Welcome to my channel, Custom Scrapbook Design by Christy Stubbs. Today I'm just sharing with you a fun little project that I did for Halloween. I spent one of my Wednesdays that I babysit my granddaughter actually getting her footprints done on a piece of cardstock. So I just used some paint from Hobby Lobby and put it on the bottom of her feet and then worked on getting them on that cardstock. So once I got that done, I brought that home and then I cut some letters out on my Cricut. The Trick or Treat Smell My Feet was done just using some cardstock and the Cricut. And then I found it easiest to actually use my tweezers to get the glue on the back of those letters because they ended up being super thin. They needed to be fairly small to be able to fit onto the cardstock with the feet. That piece ended up being about 6 by 6, and I did use my corner rounder and round my corners, and then I've also inked around the edges just to kind of give it a little bit more definition. And then I went ahead and matted the Trick or Treat Smell My Feet on some black so that it would pop up, and then I matted it again on some of the pink that matched the feet and glued all of that down. And this is going to go in an 8 by 8 frame. And I wanted to give it a little bit of dimension because the frame is actually a shadow box. And so I ended up putting the Trick or Treat Smell My Feet up on some foam tape here. You'll see in a little bit. But I pulled out one of my collections, my Halloween collections that I got a couple years ago, and pulled out all the ephemera pieces to do a little decorating around the frame. So I found the pieces that I thought I wanted to use, and then I went ahead and ended up inking all of the edges of those as well. If you've followed me for any amount of time, you know that I really like to ink all of my paper and ephemera pieces and everything for pretty much all of my scrapbooking. So I did ink everything, kind of placed everything where I thought it was going to go once it was in the frame. And here I am getting the foam tape up on the back. Now, I did end up putting quite a bit of foam tape on there because I did not want the middle to concave at any point in time. So I did put quite a bit on there. I tend to always use some glue with my foam tape as well, just because I like to make sure that it's really going to stick. And I didn't feel like one layer of foam tape was quite thick enough to give me the dimension that I wanted. So I actually ended up adding 2 layers of the foam tape, which really kind of lifted things up off of there a little bit. And then I went ahead and started adding all of my ephemera pieces to the base page. Now you're going to see me lift things up and put things down several times because what I found was you really need to bring everything inside just a little bit so that it's going to fit inside of the actual frame. Because the paper, you need about 1/4 of an inch all the way around for the frame. So I did end up pulling things off and on quite a bit. Actually, that witch down in the lower left corner got moved quite a few times because she just really, her hat was getting hooked on the edge, and I really wanted her to be placed just right. I did find some cute flowers in my stash that matched the whole Halloween collection, and as you can see, I really did play a lot off of the pink, but I did bring a little bit of the orange, traditional orange, in there as well. I did use pretty much everything was in my stash. I also found once I got everything placed that I added a little bit of gold ink just to add a little bit of shimmer to all of my ephemera pieces, and you'll see me doing that here. Actually, right now, I'm adding that ink to all of those little pieces. And all that did was add just a little bit of shimmer to everything. I kind of wanted that extra little sparkle added to it. And you'll see me put this in and out of the frame several times just so that I could get the placement of everything just right. I did lift things up and adjust things a couple times. But this one here that I made with the pink feet, I actually kept for myself because it was such a fun project. I did make one for my son and daughter-in-law as well, and it was done in more of the traditional colors. I did write my granddaughter's name and the year on it because I think that that is a great little keepsake memento to be able to have for years down the road, it'll always come out as a part of my Halloween decorations now, as I'm hoping it does for my son and daughter-in-law as well. I do believe I have pictures at the end of this video of theirs, and theirs is done in more the traditional orange and black for Halloween. I also did my granddaughter's footprints in orange paint for theirs. But this is a fun little project. You could do this for Halloween, Thanksgiving, Easter, even Christmas. Just grab yourself a shadow box frame and some fun supplies and just throw this together. The funnest part will be getting those footprints just right on the paper for you. So let me know what you think, and if you maybe plan to do a project like this for yourself in the future. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that bell so you get notification each time I upload new content. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.